Hey, it's Pat Campbell, and this afternoon I'm in the backyard of a friend of ours, a very good friend whom we've walked a caregiver journey for about 13 years now. And she has had the opportunity to take a 5-day trip away from home for a family wedding, and that's one of the things as caregivers and caregivers stress that we always have to take. Now that's kind of the topic that I focus on, is caregiver stress and how we can take care of the caregiver, how we can stay healthy as a caregiver. So if that's important to you, I would love it if you would just go down to the bell here below the video and hit the subscribe button and join me in this journey. Whether you're a caregiver or not, we all live with a certain amount of stress, and sometimes more stress than other times. And it's so important to take care of our health and take care of that level of stress so that we can continue doing the things that we love, the things that we are basically responsible for in good health. And the story this afternoon is so much about recapturing your health even when your doctor says it's impossible. This girlfriend of mine, a year ago almost, we did an interview, just sort of an impromptu interview. We were taking a walk behind our home, and I said, "Kathy, can I ask you some questions?" And she said, "Sure enough." And very candidly, we had a 20-minute walk, and she shared her story. Her doctor told her that there was no way that she was going to get control over the fat that she had gained as a result of the levels of stress in her life. She had 2 adult children who for different reasons were causing her a tremendous amount of stress, and still do to this day, and just felt like she had no control over her own personal health, and her physician didn't give her any hope for that as well. And so I said, "Kathy, I think we can walk along beside each other and help." And so that interview that we did together is posted on my Facebook page called Eat to Be Lean. I had pinned it there so that it's easy to find. Really encourage you, if that's of interest to you, to head over there to Facebook, look for Eat to Be Lean, just the way it sounds, all one word, and listen to that interview. 20 minutes of a very eloquent woman. This woman is a high school teacher. She just retired from 40 years of teaching high school English. And her story is quite compelling, quite encouraging to know that in the midst of the level of stress that she was experiencing, she regained not so much, well, for one thing, she regained a lot in her health, but the thing that meant the most to her was regaining some control over the chaos in her life. Chaos that some chaos you can't control because it's other people's chaos. But in this one area of her life, she could make the decision, she could take her own actions, and the happy result was a tremendous new level of health and mobility, and actually it equipped her very nicely for a new responsibility that she has this spring, which we'll talk about maybe another time. So I want to encourage you as caregivers, living with caregiver stress, when people tell you that you just have to forget about it, that whatever your health is at the moment, that's what you have to live with, that you can't get that cortisol dump under control again, you can't get this weight gain and fat that accumulates around our tummies and our back and legs and stuff, that there's no hope for change. There is. And I'm not talking about becoming a gym rat. The lifestyle that I am following and linking arms with other people with is a lifestyle that, when I first looked at it, changed the lives of people who are a generation or two, well, not two, but at least a generation older than I am. People who are great grandmothers, if you will, who do not go to the gym, and actually tomorrow subscribe, because tomorrow I'm going to take you along a walk beside a very healthy looking wheat field, and there's a story in that wheat field and I want to share it with you. So we can have as caregivers, we can have that stress in that one area of our lives under control. We can enjoy the benefits of good health, good mobility, and good energy. And it does mean some changes. It maybe means cleaning out the cupboards of some things that don't serve us very well. But it is possible, and so I'd love for you to join me on that journey. And so subscribe here, and let's talk about that more. If you are interested in the interview with Kathy, go over to my Facebook page, Eat to Be Lean, all one word, just the way it sounds, and you'll find that interview pinned there, and we will talk to you again. My son is here today. He is watering, and this is the thing. You know, this is a beautiful backyard. If you can see, we have I think you can see the garden over there. There's flower pots all the way around, and she was so concerned that as she left for 5 days in 90-degree weather, 90-plus-degree weather, she would come back to dry, yellow flower pots. And so she hired my son, bless her heart, to come over and take care of the watering and make sure her yard is nice and green when she comes home. So that's what we're here today to do, and I hope to gift her with a little surprise in the kitchen as well, in the house, but we'll do that tomorrow. But in the meantime, thank you for joining me here. I want to reassure you that as we live as caregivers, and as we live with stress that comes, that builds up for whatever reason, whether you're a caregiver, whether you have huge responsibilities in life that just leave you sort of at the end of the stick, taking care of yourself, there is a simple lifestyle that will give you lots of hope, lots of energy, and good control over the stress that can rob us of our physical health. All right, we'll talk to you again, and be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye for now.